Welcome again to Blogger Talk episode 8, and this one's quite a nice, pleasurable one to do because it's a talking through. So we're talking about the official Google blog directory. Let me show you something where I get a certain number from to start with, and I'll tell you why this is important to Blogger users. So let's have a little quick look at this one. Won't play it all because I don't need to. It's enough about that anyway. So the point of it is that there are, 168 of the things knocking around. So what you do and how you know about this and why it's important and useful to you is go on to google.com/press and you'll see something down here on the left hand side, which is the blog directory. When you look at it, there is a massive long list. Now, if you do something like, again, just saying it out loud, Control F. Now you'll notice that on the bottom here it's HTTP. So if I say HTTP and I hit enter, then I'll get 164 hits on there, which implies to me there are a bunch of different blogs. The reason that I think it might be important to Blogger users is quite simply to say, well, if there's so many that Google use themselves, which they do, then what do they look like? So really, we need to have a look at, say, something like the Google official blog. I really like all this stuff because it's like a crisp piece of paper and it's white. So what have they got in common and what are different? So I'm just going to bring myself back in again because I know I feel like I'm actually speaking to somebody if I'm on video. So for an example, we've got a straightforward header. I'm not analysing these, you can do that later yourself. Straightforward header. Most of them start with a page width with a column on the big left-hand side and then something skinny on the right-hand side. Can you see where it says archive and labels and stuff down there? Now, in my opinion, that's a nice picture, but it's a bit wasted, you know, in that I want to see it bigger. And there it is bigger, but you notice that it hasn't opened in the Lightbox. And this is the Google blog, official blog, and it doesn't open in the Lightbox. So I could say to myself, really? You know, I say that a lot these days. Okay, fine, you know, let's keep going. Let's look at the YouTube blog. Similar in that you've got, and if you say to yourself, well, if it's good enough for YouTube, then what are they doing with a header here? So let's have a look at it in the normal way. And come on, people, open up. Come on, come on, come on. Right, here we go. So that's a 1420 wide by 150 high. I suspect that's been told, the header's been told to go extremely wide. 1420, I've got 1440 laptop screen here. Okay, so main thing is we can do and take it slow is to say, okay, same in that they've got a left hand, quite large column, skinny one to the right hand side. If we keep looking down, it's quite interesting actually because you put your title at the top here and you've got the Google Plus, Twitter and Facebook things which are near. That's quite nice actually. I think my ones on my blog are right at the bottom, so that's something you might want to look at. You could argue, let's have a look at this page width of the page width is 660. You can clearly see that they could have made the YouTube videos a bit wider. If they want to, they might think, you know, if YouTube want to come back to me and say, well, actually, we want them, you know, like this. How about Blogger themselves? Well, we've got Blogger Buzz. December the 11th, so I haven't posted there for a while. Perhaps there's nothing to say. Similar thing, look, share buttons at the top. 1,886 comments. Nice. Now, if I click these and find they're not Google Plus comments, then that should be quite an interesting one. They may or may not be. Let's see what opens up. Boom. Yes, they are. It's Bruce there, Bruce Polderman, always on the stream. If you ask him a question, he's very good at answering. He's always responsive to that. Nice badge on the right-hand side for Blogger. Pity that it actually maybe on my screen, zoom size here, it's missing the R off the end, so what? Okay, showing this one to you, which is the Google longitude, latitude thing to do with the maps. although they're talking, sometimes you can go on this, and if you subscribe to them, they get some like really good photographs and screens. I think the one I like about was it North Pole, South Pole, or something like that? That was pretty cool. Now, not all of them are like this. If you go to the last couple that I'm about to show you, which is a different style of building the website, there's no reason why you can't use Blogger to make them look like this, but I suspect, as I say, on the out of my, I love this thing from Phil DeFranco this week, where he said he classes himself as an enthusiast, which allows him, the license to get everything wrong most of the time. So if I say here that this is plugging into some kind of Google API or some kind of other stuff to build this really cool website, somebody can come back to me or ask some people at Blogger. So in other words, what we've got here is something, and even if I did this at 100%, at the moment we're just looking together, like sitting together and looking. Some of these are done really, really well. Header, we come down, photographs, latest news. Why that's all blank white there? Waste of space. Okay, go over to one of the ones that I'm working with at the moment, which is Connected Classrooms and Education. This banner's like nice. I haven't looked at deeply of how they've done this, but you can see it's some kind of animated GIF going on there with a little globe around there and everybody's blinking, and over the right hand side that looks quite nice. And if you click that, which is quite nice, then you'll get a big YouTube jump out as well. That's quite nice. You might like to say to yourself, well, okay, what have they used there? What elements are there? Why have you got the circles? If you like them, then perhaps you want them for your own site, and you can see that they've got a 378-343 rectangle. There's a PNG there as well, which looks like, there's a transparent with a circle on it. I could spend a long time looking at that if you wish to look at it yourself, and then you can go off and you can say there's some scrolling bars. I don't normally do that on my sites because I don't spend the time. That's quite nice actually, looking at those horizontal scrolls with all the people that work with the classrooms. Now on the last thing, and I'm just going to finish there, is the Blogger Talk community has just turned over to 502 members. Please notice that I personally am not a member because I am as Mike Downs, my main account. There you go, look, but I'm not as Negative. That's a negative. Do not follow the Negative Mike Downs because that's my sort of testing kind of like account. So thank you very much, and the one to find there, which I'll put it on the thing, short one, but please spend the time to go on to the blogs and see what you can find, because there's tons and tons of them, and there's the Spanish one if you're into that same sort of thing. Thank you very much. See you next time.